Hey everyone, welcome to Should We Get Married podcast.
Hello.
Yeah, it's a podcast about all kinds of things. We're in a relationship.
Yes.
We've been together for over 5 years.
Yep, coming up in June.
Oh my God, coming up on 6 years.
6 years.
That's insane.
So I'm Kylie.
And I'm Kyle.
And we live in Everett, Washington.
Yeah.
And why are we starting a podcast? Like, why are we doing this?
Yeah, we have no idea what we're doing.
Well, it was Kyle's idea.
Yeah, it was my idea.
And you came up with the name.
Yeah, here's the thing is we're in a really great relationship. We love each other very much.
Humble brag.
It's no big deal.
Is this just going to be a smooch fest?
Well, no, it definitely has its ups and downs.
Yeah.
By a mile. By a lot. I mean, a lot of ups and downs.
A mile.
But, so I wanted to just kind of, I mean, it's kind of, everybody's thinking like, are we going to get married?
Right.
When are you guys, when are you guys going to do it? When are you guys gonna get the hitched? Mm-hmm. Or whatever people say. Hey, Kyle.
Yeah, it's about that time.
You gotta lock this one down.
Oh, do people say that? Because
Yeah, people do ask me.
Yeah.
Do people ask you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
right?
Not like
and the kids
lock you down type question, but it's like, so when are you guys gonna,
Yeah, when are you guys gonna tie the knot?
Are you guys gonna get married?
When are you guys gonna get locked in the job?
We could just say this back and forth for the whole intro.
So anyways, my idea here was to just have an open conversation about it. And the question is, should we get married? But also, should anyone get married? The curiosity around relationships, what do they mean to us? What do they mean to people? And I just want to dive into all of that and what it takes to be in a relationship and what it takes to have a partnership and a friendship and to work through the hard times and enjoy the good times and all of that good stuff. And I really want to be really open and curious around all of this. And the fact is I don't want to do this to find out if we should get married. It's more of a general question about relationships, but it's also specific to our relationship.
Yeah, it's kind of all the above because our relationship, but also all relationships and all of our relationships with other people, not just love interests.
Right.
Family and friends and coworkers and all the good stuff and bullshit that comes with all of it. Yeah,
I really want to dive deep into like the messiness of being human. All the nooks and crannies, all the weird stuff, and also talk about all the superficial stuff too.
Nooks and crannies. Can I joke? Remember when Jack Black was on the Hot Ones show and he's like, you gotta get all the nooks and crannies, and then he was dying because the hot sauce was way too hot, and he was like, shouldn't have had all the nooks and crannies.
You think we'll be like that? You think we'll be like 4 months into this and be saying like, we shouldn't have gotten into all the nooks and crannies. It's too much.
We're just gonna shut it down.
Too many nooks and crannies.
Yeah,
that might be the case.
Well, let's just start talking about happy times.
Yeah. But I want to really explore and dive deep and we live here in Everett, Washington, as you said. We live in this little house, and we love it. At least I love it. I'll speak for myself.
I love it.
Okay. And we have 2 cats and a dog, and we just kind of do life here.
Lay down.
Salem, lay down on your bed. So you might hear his tippy tappies and us do that from time to time. But mainly I want to talk with you. Like, maybe we'll get listeners. Maybe people will listen to this, right?
Yeah.
I mean, long shot. But mainly I would just want to have this time to talk with you on a level to where it's kind of therapeutic. It's kind of like we're putting ourselves out there. We're being go-getters, and we're stepping outside of our comfort zone. I'll speak for myself. I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone.
Lesson number 1, making I statements.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that.
Yeah. Well, I think it's important to do I statements. I agree with that for sure.
I agree with everything you're saying, though. Right now.
Okay.
Which
Well,
is
that's
great.
good. That's a good start. But
It's like our own weekly date night, except it's morning.
it's like,
it's
yeah, we're doing this in the morning.
we're not out eating food. That's all.
Right.
We're looking each other hardcore into the eyes
So it's nothing like a date night.
and discussing things.
Because date night is like we go out to dinner and we're on our phones, and then we go to a movie and we're watching the movie, and then we come home and watch TV and we're also on our phones. And then we go to bed, and guess what's happening before we fall asleep? We're on our phones.
Oh, that's sad.
It's super sad.
It's the truth.
It's also very true, yeah.
But, that's what happens when you're almost 6 years in. I
Yeah.
think.
Well, and that's
I'm good with it.
Yeah. Well, okay. That's the other thing is like we're past the first year, second year stuff. We've moved in together. We are serious. We love each other very much. We're very connected on a soul level. At least I think we are. And we're committed, but also we got to figure out how to go from here, how to make this work from here, because it gets routine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm maybe more of a creature of routine than you are. So I think that freaks you out a little more than it freaks me out.
Well, hang on a second. You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we've talked about this, right?
Yeah, a little bit. This is why I'm really happy we're doing this podcast. And because I want to discover how we actually feel about things and to ask those questions. And for you to, and for both of us to just kind of navigate all of that stuff together in such a way to where we're one-on-one. There is a third mediary, is that it? Mediary?
What are you trying to say?
There's a third party?
Uh-huh.
Mediary? Is that the word?
Mediator?
Okay. All right.
Oh.
So anyways, there's like a third entity there that is keeping us in check, and that may or may not be an audience. I don't know. Either way, we're talking into microphones, and there's a little bit of pressure to be more honest, I feel.
Oh,
this
yeah.
way.
The microphones, the recording device is the third party.
Yeah.
If it's not the audience, because the minute that switch goes on, it's like when you get up on stage, or the minute someone turns on recording on their phone and you're on video,
and you're like, who?
forget everything you're supposed to say.
Totally. And you're like freezing, you get uncomfortable, and it's all weird. And then you're like, now I have to be something other than myself.
There's no one different in the room. You've practiced it 3-4 times.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you just freeze up.
Yeah. It's really nice to do this with you, and to have this with you, and to be embarking on this journey together.
Oh, I feel the same way. This might be the most special thing we've done.
I mean, maybe this is our first episode. We have no idea.
I have such high hopes.
Okay, so expectations wise, maybe dial those down a little bit.
I'm being facetious.
Okay.
But we both know this is probably not going to turn into anything.
I'm excited though.
But we still can sit down and talk to each other and have a drive and a purpose to do that.
Yeah.
And a schedule to follow. And if all that comes out with from that is us having awesome, deep conversations, I'm cool with that.
Yeah. And if anybody is listening, you're on a journey with us and we're discovering this together and we're going to learn a lot of things together. And we're not professional podcasters. We're not celebrities. And we're just regular people talking into a microphone. And I'm very curious about relationships and I'm very curious about
everything.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off, but you're just a curious dude.
Right. I'm a curious dude and I want to discover everything moving forward openly and with positivity and with communication, and just kind of have that spirit run through this exercise.
Sweet. Okay, let me ask you a couple podcast questions.
Okay, and then maybe we can wrap it up.
Sure.
Okay.
Do we plan to have guests?
Ooh, I think tell me how you feel. And we've talked about this, but I think we should roll with it by ourselves for a little while.
Agree.
And then maybe, because we have to, I've never podcasted before, so we have to kind of figure that out. And then we can roll in some guests because I would like to have some conversations outside of just us.
Yeah, me too.
But maybe we can cross that bridge when we feel it's appropriate.
I agree. I think we should see how this goes. Okay. And I kind of have some long-term ideas, and I would love to have different kinds of couple friends on here. I have a few people in mind, and I actually have a friend that was like, have me on.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But yeah, I think that'd be interesting to get different perspectives.
Yeah.
On relationship stuff and just, funny people, change it up stuff. Okay, my second question is, are we going to allow our parents to listen to this? So
I have an answer for you for that.
Please.
And
share.
It's so with the parents, it's obviously we have no control over their actions. That goes without saying because they are humans in the world. And although some humans in the world don't really have free choices. But anyways,
should I reword this to say, are we going to recommend our parents to not listen to this, or do we care?
Well, I think so. I didn't grow up with an open communication as a kid. I learned how to have open conversation, talking about all the hard stuff way later in life. And so it might be uncomfortable for them to hear us talk openly, publicly about ourselves and things about our personal lives. So I would say I would just throw a warning out there to tread lightly because it could get weird. We could get into some interesting, intimate details because I want to talk about everything. I want to talk about how we interact. I want to talk about some arguments. I want to talk about maybe some sex stuff, maybe some butt stuff.
Okay.
And bodily functions and how we navigate difficult family stuff. We'll obviously be respectful to...
will or we won't. We will or we won't.
We definitely will be respectful to the people we know and love and care about. And
should we change people's names?
We might change their names.
So my friend Sally. Okay.
Sally, she's a real trickster. That Sally. She's a real goof.
Oh boy.
So, anyways, you wanna do a little wrap up?
Yeah. We would love if you guys like and subscribe.
Yo, yeah. So, yeah, definitely like and subscribe.
But,
over on Apple.
Just like a relationship, you have to give it a few dates, give it a few tries. So go ahead and listen to the first episode, maybe the second, and maybe you're really picky about who you subscribe to, but we would really appreciate it.
It helps a lot to leave a review and to
Yeah.
rate and subscribe on Apple iTunes and Stitcher and a few other ones.
Especially if you know us.
Yeah, if you know us, just
You
do it,
better
even
be
if you don't
leaving
like
a
this.
review. No, but in all honesty, just to see a handful of people like or subscribe, to know that we're maybe on the right track would be really appreciated. So
Yeah.
thank you in advance.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for listening. If there's any listeners, which I doubt it. And I think, so on next week's episode, we're going to get into some juicy details right off the bit. What?
Right off the bit, you guys. Okay, right off the bit, we're going to talk about something that came up the other day, which is everyone thinks about this. Never being able to meet a brand new person and get to know them for the first time and fall in love with them if you've chosen to spend your life with somebody.
Yeah. We're going to get into it. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be sassy.
And
sizzly.
Here's a little spoiler alert.
Uh-oh.
I'm pretty sure Kyle and I feel pretty differently about it.
Yeah, we do feel big time different.
Which is cool, which is great, which leads to good conversations. And
Yeah. So tune in for the first, this is the pilot. So tune in for the first episode of Should We Get Married?
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.